This system is so antiquated that not even the lines are buried properly and up to code. It's the wrong kind of piping. They're not in the ground deep enough. So all of the big trucks and everything that comes up here and just the normal wear and tear from vehicles, you might hit a pothole and cause a water leak, an actual water break. And there's nobody to fix it now.
The prevalence and the frequency of boil notices in Texas, I think, is a stronger indicator of that aging and deteriorating infrastructure and some of the capacity issues that we were talking about on the panel, right? So most of the time, and I think we've got some data on it, but I want to say 90% of the time, a boil notice is triggered by a loss of power. When you have a loss of power, it reduces the pressurization in the water lines. And the moment that happens, you're required by state law and by federal law to issue a boil notice.
Leaking pipes is, you've already pumped that water, you've already treated that water, now you've lost it to the ground. So if you have a need in the future to meet new water supply, your cheapest water is the water you've already produced. So saving that water and keeping it from leaking into the ground is the best conservation strategy to do. Some cities, that meets their needs right there.
Going into this session, something that we knew was that there was going to be a lot of turnover happening amongst members who had been around water for a long time. And we also knew that the complexity of the water issues and the amount of critical water infrastructure needs were going to be at a point where we needed more legislators to understand what was happening.
$7,100 water systems in Texas. That's a lot of water systems. Most of them are under 500 connections, so they're small. Most of them built their systems back 50 years ago. And so, out of sight, out of mind, right? Put the pipe in the ground until it breaks, you don't care about it. Those systems are breaking down, they're reached their end of life, so you gotta replace them. The problem is, when they put them in 50 years ago, it was cheap. Now it's very expensive.
We're a small community, and all we want is just some good quality water, that's potable water, and at a reasonable. We don't want to have to spend $500 a month for water. Just give us some good water, and we're happy.
My doctor has said, we're going to keep doing blood tests on you, Julie. We're worried. So he still recommends that I go elsewhere to take a shower. Be very careful about washing clothes. Make sure that I'm using bottled water to brush my teeth, things like that. Yeah. My mom, like I said, with her Alzheimer's, she doesn't remember that the water's contaminated. And she'll go straight to the tap and try and get a drink of water. That could potentially, get her sick. So, it's a worry. I'm scared, very scared.